Welcome back, everybody, to our Midwestern Dynasty, where your Horned Owls and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish will meet in the second round of the playoffs in the Cotton Bowl. They played each other last year in the semifinals in the Fiesta Bowl, with Midwestern coming out on top 24-14. This season, Midwestern is 13-0. They have the 8th best scoring offense, putting up 33.2 points per game, and the number 1 scoring defense, allowing just 12.8 points per game. Notre Dame is 12-1, with the 20th best offense scoring 30.4 points per game, and the 8th best scoring defense, allowing opposing offenses to only put up 17.5 points per game. So we have two elite teams on both sides of the ball going at it in the college football playoffs with a chance to move on to the semifinals. Who is going to be moving on? Notre Dame is going to start going 5 wide. The most decorated quarterback in their program's history, James Harris, will throw left side to Mitch Witzel, who goes down quickly. A holding call, it looks like, on Notre Dame. He's going to wipe that play off the board. Back at the 8, Mitch Witzel is dropped in the backfield by Cortland Rahman, who seems to always step up in these bigger games and make big-time plays just like that one. 3rd and long. The Fighting Irish will keep it on the ground and get some breathing room for their punter. To boot this one away, it'll be a quick 3 and out. Sammy Thrash is going to call for a fair catch at midfield, and that is where the Midwestern offense is going to be taking the field. Already in a great spot on the plus side of the 50. Von Clifton up the middle, getting pulled down, and he's got a first down, just barely, at the Notre Dame 39. Jamie Quinton heading in motion. He's going to try and help lead the way for Von Clifton. Not doing a great job of it, but Clifton ends up getting 9 yards on the play anyway. 2 receivers to the left side of the formation. It'll be a run that way. Von Clifton continuing to slice his way through this Notre Dame defense as a gain of 7. Inside the red zone at the 17. Earl Helm will take a turn, trying to get to the edge, and he's unable to. A TFL for Carlos James, the starting strong safety for Notre Dame. After that loss of 4, you got to figure that Midwestern is going to throw it here. Ham is going to step up, looking to run. He's got space up inside the 10 and near the first down. It looks like he got enough. It'll be goal to go at the 6. Now at the 5 on 2nd down. Ham is going to keep it on the read option, trying to do it all himself, and he fights his way across the goal line. What an amazing effort by Jesse Ham on those 2 runs. That is going to fire up everybody for Midwestern as he scores his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. Down by a touchdown in the first quarter. The Fighting Irish are going to run it up the middle with Mitch Witzel, and he'll pick up 6 yards on the carry. Got a couple of pass catchers to the right side of the formation. It's a throw that way quickly to Stephen Sauer, the number 1 wide receiver for Notre Dame, and he'll pick up 14 yards and a first down. At the 32, a quick throw left side from Harris is brought in by the number 2 wide receiver. They got a couple of great wide receivers there at Notre Dame. That was Daniel Cretion. Mitch Witzel showing some power and some grit. They'll pick up 7 yards as the Fighting Irish are at midfield. They do have a very good offense, and they're trying to prove it here in this game against the best defense in the country. How about that? A TFL for Ahmad North and a loss of 2. 3rd and 5. Notre Dame needing a big play. They go deep, and Daniel Cretion climbs the ladder. Despite great coverage from Alexander Folk, it's going to be a big-time play for Notre Dame. Play action fake. Harris right side. It's going to be brought in. Sauer up to the 7. It'll be goal to go for Notre Dame. A man in motion. That is Sauer. It'll be a flip to him. And he is going to dance around Shaquem Short and score. Notre Dame is going to knot us all up at 7 as Sauer scores his 12th touchdown of the year. I don't know how he was able to get around Shaquem Short, who was in a right spot to make the play, just got ran around. Dylan Washington right side with a gain of 7 as Ham gets the ball out of his hands quickly. On 2nd down, Ham underneath is going to connect with Roberto Suarez, and he's got a first down, and already the Horned Owls are up past their own 40 at the 44. Going to be a quick screen left side. Dylan Washington down at midfield, and he has his 2nd catch of the drive here. 3rd and short. It's a keeper. Jesse Ham using his legs a lot early in this game, and he's going to get a first down. Notre Dame not really prepared to see much of the quarterback run. It looks to be working out for the Horned Owls. Suarez on the screen has a first down, a lot more, as he's down at the 27 of the Fighting Irish. Ham throwing another quick hitter to Roberto Suarez, and it'll be another first down. On the first drive, Midwestern came out running the ball on just about every play, and on this drive, they've been throwing it on just about every play, proving that they can beat you in multiple ways. Doing Washington another catch on this drive. He's inside the 10. At the 9 on second down, Ham steps to his right. He's got a man wide open over the middle of the field. It is Roberto Suarez, and he'll score just his first touchdown of the year. The senior getting into the end zone here in the Cotton Bowl and putting the Horned Owls on top 14-7. That was a great drive by Roberto Suarez, who made a bunch of catches on it. And here's going to be a big play for Notre Dame. James Catanzaro across midfield. He will be chased down at the 38 of Midwestern, but that is going to give Notre Dame some momentum. A run left side. Witzel has a first down and more. And it's brought down by George Nadi and Campanaro at the 23. Under 3 minutes to go in the half. Harris over the middle, and that is brought in by Gerald Trinidad, the number 4 wide receiver on Notre Dame. So they're going down the depth chart, finding whoever's open. Doesn't really matter, I guess, for them. Harris running at a time, throws it between the uprights, and nobody able to bring that one in. Emptying things out on 3rd and goal. Harris spinning to avoid pressure, firing to the end zone. He's intercepted. Deontay Bland is going to have second thoughts about trying to take it back for a pick 6. But he does take points off the board for Notre Dame, making a great play in the end zone. So the Horned Owls have an opportunity to extend their lead late in the half. Ham hitting Earl Helm. He's got room up past the 40 and down at the 45. So Midwestern getting a big play, but now they face 3rd and 12. All day back there for Ham. He's going to throw over the middle at the feet of Suarez. It's incomplete. And that is going to be the way we end our first half. 14-7 as we start the third quarter. And Horned Owls on top with possession. There goes Von Clifton up the middle. And he's up to the 40. Just his 5th run of the game. He had a lot of the runs on the first drive. Not much after that. Ham running at a time, and he's going to be sacked. Bo Prazinski getting him down to the ground. It'll be 3rd and 23. Need a huge play if you want to hit a first down. And instead of throwing it down the field and risking a turnover, it's going to be a draw that goes nowhere. And Notre Dame, they get a stop early in the second half, and we'll have a chance to tie this one up. Harris handing it off to Witzel, who's got nowhere to go. Dropped in the backfield by Thomas Mintz, among a few others. 3rd and long. Harris against the blitz is going to move to his left, trying to run, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. It's a sack for Kevin Campanaro and a drive ender. Sammy Thrash again calling for a fair catch at midfield. So the Horned Owls with some more good starting field position to begin a drive. Blitz on the way, Ham out of time, going up top, and it's going to be reeled in by Dylan Washington. He had to go up to bring that one down, and the Horned Owls are on the edge of the red zone at the 20. They get a toss to Clifton. Ham left side. Dylan Washington has been involved a lot in this one. There's his 5th catch of the day. A yard short of a first down. Play action fake from Ham. He's going to go to his right, hitting Jaden Berry, and he's going to show off the power, the speed, even the route running on this play, and he'll score. And the Horned Owls will extend their lead up to 2 scores in the third quarter. It's going to be 21-7. Notre Dame in need of some momentum on their side. They'll keep the ball on the ground, and Witzel, he's up near the 40 and down at the 41. Only 44 yards on 11 runs, but it feels like he's done a lot better than that if I'm being honest. Harris off the fake is immediately going to be thrown down to the ground by Santiago Martino, who is in the backfield. Lickety split to get his 15th sack of the season. 3rd and long. Harris going down the field. He's going to be intercepted again. It's Alexander Folk who throws a nasty stiff arm. And he goes down at the 40 in Notre Dame. So the Horned Owls have an opportunity to make this a 3-score lead late in the third. Let's see if they can get the job done. Earl Helm up in the middle, showing a bit of power. And he's going down at 24. Not really a great game for Earl Helm, at least up until this point. Still got some time to make his day a lot better. Von Clifton, he's up to the 11. The Fighting Irish, are they losing their fight? The Ward Owls might be wearing them down. Clifton left side to begin the fourth quarter. He's got one man to beat, and he powers on into the end zone. Von Clifton is going to put Midwestern up by 3 scores as we begin the fourth quarter. For Von Clifton, he has 12 touchdowns this season as he adds on to his great year that he has put together. Mitch Witzel right side on the swing pass has a gain of 5. That is not really going to be doing much for Notre Dame, who are down multiple scores in the fourth quarter. They need more than that, and they'll get more than that. Witzel down the field, breaking away from Noddy, and he'll be chased down by Deontay Bland, who saves a touchdown again. Made that pick earlier that for sure kept points off the board, and that tackle also kept some points off the board. Campanaro getting a TFL. It's going to be 3rd and 11. Notre Dame needing a big play. Harris underneath, hits Sauer, and he's up inside the 5, down at the 4. It'll be 4th and short. Notre Dame in 4-down territory. They have to go for it. Harris from under center. He's going to turn around and hand it off to Mitch Hobson. He will not get the job done. Ahmad North with his 2nd TFL of the day. The backup linebacker making a big-time play and forcing a turnover on downs. So the Ward Owls, again, get a big-time stop out of their defense, and they're just using up some time on this drive. Not getting a first down, though, as Earl Helm is down in the backfield. Matthias Harvin with his 3rd TFL of the day. So Notre Dame, they are going to have some good starting field position at midfield, but are down by 3 scores. Quick throw underneath, caught by Catanzaro, and he'll be corralled at the 41. 1st and 10 at the 36. Notre Dame going empty again. Harris moving to his right, and he's going to be smacked. A big hit delivered by the 3rd place Heisman vote getter in LaMichael Edmonds. Throw over the middle is intercepted. Another pick by this Midwestern defense, their 3rd of the game. And that feels like the backbreaker. It was now or never territory for Notre Dame, and I think the time is never at this point. Ham off the fake as the Horned Owls are going to try and use up some more time on this drive and end this one and advance on. Getting the fullback involved on that play. Tevin Wells making the catch and getting the first down. Ham looking to throw again. He'll go to his right, and Clinton can't bring it in. A great throw from Ham that should have been caught, if we're being honest. Our play action fake. So the Horned Owls trying to throw the ball down the field. Ham on the move, throws across his body, and Gentry can't bring it in. Another accurate throw by Ham that you could argue should have been caught. 3rd and 10. Ham right side, hits Suarez. He's got the first down and wisely stays inbounds, going down at the 41 of the Fighting Irish. And that should take us down to the 2-minute timeout. Notre Dame does have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. Wade McQuennan getting into the backfield to get a TFL. It'll be a loss of 5. And Notre Dame, despite having all 3 of their timeouts and this being a playoff game, they are saving their timeouts for next season, I guess. Gain is 7 for Earl Helm, and that'll lead us to 3rd and 8. About 30 seconds to go. Ham looking to throw. Going towards the end zone, and it's over the head of everybody. Incomplete. But Notre Dame, they are just about out of time. They will get the ball back, but they're not going to have enough time to make a comeback. So James Harris, the best quarterback in Notre Dame history, statistically, is going to end his career with a loss in the playoffs. In his career coming into this game, he had 132 touchdowns to just 22 interceptions. But on one of the biggest stages, he goes out there and throws 1 touchdown to 3 picks. So not in the way that he wants to end his college career. Unfortunate for him, but the Horned Owls, they have a great defense. So not really something to feel that bad about, I guess. And that is going to end the game. That pass is caught in bounds, and that'll do it. Midwestern is going to win the Cotton Bowl 28-7 over top of Notre Dame. Your MVP of the Cotton Bowl is Jesse Ham, who not only had a very efficient day throwing, but he ran the ball pretty well also. The Horned Owls keep their perfect season rolling. They are 14-0. They will advance to the Sugar Bowl and semifinals with this win. The defense had played a heck of a game, giving up just 7 points, and they had 13 TFLs, 3 sacks, and 3 takeaways against an elite quarterback and a very good offense in general. It's not like their quarterback, James Harris, is the only good player that they had on offense. They had a lot of good receivers, they had multiple good running backs, a good O-line, yet our defense, it prevailed again. Our offense, it took advantage of the takeaways the defense was getting. They scored a touchdown in every single quarter and were consistently moving the ball down the field. There weren't a lot of lulls from the offense where they just were not doing anything. For the most part, the offense was consistently good. Jesse Ham, he didn't have the most impressive stat line when you look at it yardage-wise, just 182 yards passing and 9 yards rushing, but he had 3 touchdowns, completed 72% of his passes. He's actually completed 63% of his passes this season, which is up from 56% last year. That 56% was good enough to help us win a national championship, so him being even better this year has me feeling like we do have for sure what it takes to get the job done and win it all again. Roberto Suarez has had a catch in every single game this year except that TCU game. You look at his numbers on the season or the numbers in his career, they are not that impressive, but he has been buried on the depth chart if we're being honest. He is wide receiver 4 on our roster behind Dylan Washington, Devin Gentry, and Jaden Berry, yet he steps up here in a big game and goes off and helps us get the W. Deontay Bland has been an interception machine for us all year long, up to 7 picks this season. That is more than he had the last 2 years combined. He's up to 13 picks in his career, and I think he should be heading off to the NFL as soon as our playoff run ends. He is a senior, so he's not going to be able to come back to us next season. I just hope that his overall is high enough to get him to the NFL. A couple of backup linebackers that we got to shout out in Ahmad North and Tyreek Warrior. They are backup linebackers, so they don't really get on the field a ton. They have to do a lot of their work on special teams or when our starting linebackers get tired. And Ahmad North, he came through in a big spot, getting a TFL on 4th down and forcing a turnover on downs. Tyreek Warrior, a couple of weeks ago, did the exact same thing. It was goal to go for, I forget who we were playing, but he ended up getting the TFL and forcing a turnover on downs as well. So those are 2 guys that don't get a lot of spotlight shined on them, but I wanted to shine the spotlight on them here because they have stepped up and made some big plays for us. The semifinals matchups are set. It'll be LSU and Georgia, a couple of SEC schools doing battle in the Rose Bowl, and we will take on the Nebraska Cornhuskers in the Sugar Bowl. The Cornhuskers, they took care of business and never trailed in the Fiesta Bowl, winning 31-17 over Stanford in the end. They are 12-2 this season. They were ranked number 1 in the nation before they got blown out at home by Oregon, 42-7. They also lost to Indiana on the road, 24-16. Nebraska has had a really difficult schedule, so they earned that 12-2 record, and they were likely due for a couple of slip-ups with how difficult their schedule was coming into the season. Their quarterback, Willie Gillikin, is a gunslinger. He has thrown 13 touchdowns to 7 interceptions in Nebraska's last 5 games. They have some great wide receivers, a running back that is 90 overall in Gabe Pena, so it is a good offense that Nebraska is going to be sending out there against us. We know our defense has been the best in the nation at limiting points, but we have also been the best if you go by per game stats in terms of limiting yards per game. So it'll be a really tough task for Nebraska's offense. We'll see how they handle our defense. Their defense has not been very good this season. They are giving up 22.8 points per game, but you do have to remember and take into account that they have had a really difficult schedule. Had they played an easier schedule, I'm sure their defense would look a lot better. They are averaging 3.5 sacks per game and have 50 sacks this season. They have some high overalls and some opportunistic cornerbacks, so it's not like their defense is a joke, and they are more than capable of getting the job done. They helped them get 12 wins this season. The key to us winning this game is going to be our offense, and if we can sustain some longer drives and keep the ball out of Nebraska's offense's hands, we'll see if we can get the job done and make it to another national championship game. Thanks for watching this one, and I will see you in the next one.